Okay, so we're asked to draw a front elevation looking in the direction of arrow A of this surface here, and then a plan projected from the elevation. So the plan is going to be looking down from above, okay, directly underneath the elevation, and we're asked then to, at the very end, put in any 4 dimensions. So the first thing I need to figure out is the position of my XY line. So I must figure out, first of all, how far down the sheet I must come. So I need the height, overall height of the elevation. So I can see here that the distance from the bottom of the elevation to halfway up is 50. That's a radius, so it must be 50 again, this line. That's 100 plus 20 plus radius 20, which is 40. So it's 50 plus 50, which is 100, plus 20 plus 20, which is 140, is the total height of the elevation. So I'm going to come down 160 for my XY line. Okay, so there's my XY line there. Now, next, I need to first find the position of these semicircles on the ends. Okay, so I'm just going to draw one of those in randomly at the moment. I'll draw this one here at the end in. So I can see the height from the bottom up to the middle of that circle is 50 millimeters. So I'm going to draw a line up, 50 millimeters. Square that line across. Okay, and pick a center point here. Draw a line up through that. That's the center of one of my first semicircle. Draw in the semicircle. Radius 50. So, that there. You can see radius 50, diameter 100. Okay. Next I need to find the position of the other circle here on this side. So I can see that the distance from the center of this circle to the center line of the elevation is 75, and the distance from the center line of the elevation to the circle on the opposite side is also 75. So that's 150 millimeters between the two centers. Drawing that semicircle. Bang out the door after yourself there, yeah? Okay. So I've got the two ends of the elevation. Now I can connect them on the top to draw the top of the elevation. Like so. Right, next I'm going to draw this circle in here. So it's the same center point as the outside circle. And I can see over here, I'm given the radius for it at radius 40. So I'm going to set my compass radius 40. Drawing that circle. Okay. Next I'm going to concentrate on these small circles here. Okay, these 4 circles. Same over on this side. Now, if I look closely at the question, I can see that I've got a light circle put in around here. And I'm given the radius of that circle over here. It's radius 25, okay, of this light circle. And I can see wherever that light circle crosses the center lines is a center of one of the small circles. Okay. So I need to find this radius 25 circle and draw it in. Okay. So find radius 25 on my compass. There we are. And lightly construct that circle. That's just a guideline or a construction line, so it's not a heavy line. Okay. And I can see wherever this circle here, wherever this cuts the center lines. Okay, so here, 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 and here, and the same on this side, are the centers of the small circles. And I can see those small circles are given to me as radius 10. So I got to set radius 10 on my compass and mark those in. Radius 10 there. Last one. So, okay, so that's that part of the elevation completed. Now I'm going to work on the handle and the 2 buttons. So I'll start off with the handle. So I can see that the outsides of the handle, this edge here and this edge here, are in line. If I zoom in, I can see it clearer. So this edge and this edge are in line with the centers of the circles. Okay, so this line going up through the center of the circle is in line with the outside edges of the handle. And I can see the overall height of the handle is 40 millimeters with a radius 20 curve on each corner. So I lightly continue up the centers of the circle. The height there is 40 millimeters. So put a mark at 40. Bring that mark across. And there is the outline for the handle. The curve at the top here is radius 20. So I'm going to measure down 20 millimeters from the top. Draw a light line across. And on that line from either side, measure in 20 mil. Put a mark in 20 mil. Put a mark. There's the curve, or the rounded corner, center of it. I'm going to draw that up the whole way just so I know where to stop. Lightly. If I look at the question again, I've got to figure out thickness of this handle, and I can see here it says the thickness is 10 millimeters. So measure in 10 millimeters from each edge, 10 mil into there, 10 mil to there, and from the top down, 10 mil. Lightly construct that rectangle. Okay, and I can see that the radius of the curve there is radius 10. So using the same center point as the radius 20, you can construct that curve. One there, and here. And finish it out. There's the handle. Last on the elevation are the buttons. So I can see they're very easy to draw. The center of the buttons is the center line of the elevation. Out 20, 10 in height. So draw a line up through the center of the elevation. 20 millimeters out either side. Height of 10. There's the elevation. Next I'm going to draw in the plan. So I've got to project all my lines down vertically to plan. Every point. Okay, I'm going to start my plan. In here, leave roughly 15 or 20 mil between the elevation and the plan. And I can see from the measurement it tells me that the width of the object of the radio is 40 millimeters. There's the width of my plan. I need to find the position of the buttons and the handle as well. So I'm told over here, start of the handle is in 10 millimeters from the front surface, and the width of the handle is 15. So it's back 10 millimeters from the front surface. Okay, there to there, 10 mil. And the width, sorry, the length of the handle is from here to here. $15 mil wide. And these buttons next, they're in line I can see from the question it says they're in line with the handle. We look closely at it and see that this line here is in line with the front of the buttons. This line here is in line with the back. So they're the same width as the handle. So they'll be hidden detail. Also this point here will also be hidden detail. I'm going to insert any 4 dimensions now. So again, I'm going to put on the width here. So I'm going to bring out 2 lines lightly and put on my leader lines. Leave a gap of 2 millimeters between the leader line and the drawing. Put on the leader line 10 millimeters in length. Okay, so I've got a close-up view of this here. Okay, so there's a 2 millimeter gap between the leader line and the drawing, and the leader line is 10 millimeters long. So if I look at that again up here, put 12 millimeters at the line and start at the one 10 millimeters long. On that line then, measure back in 2 millimeters from the end and put a mark. 2 millimeters there and put a mark. Line that up. Arrows are skinny. And that measurement there is 40 millimeters. So I've got to do that for 4 dimensions. Keep the dimension in the middle of the dimension line. Okay.